And we are back. What is up, guys? It is I, Rich T, Wonderland. And today we are up against Skid Mark. Alright. Yeah, he one-shot blew through my defense. So, there are no rooms for mistake. If we drop one battle, it's over. And I am just going to call it right there. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we can one-shot everything. And at least give him a run for his money. Damn, got shit to stick immediately. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Usually, when I'm doing a video, talk about the Ahsoka show. Because it's Star Wars and it's on right now, and I think we should talk about it. So, spoiler alert if you're not up to date on Ahsoka. This past episode, we finally got to see Thrawn, and we finally got to see Ezra. Absolutely loving this show. Absolutely loving it. Now, that being said, it is not, beyond criticism. I definitely think that there's criticism, to be had. The show's not perfect by any means. But I am absolutely loving it. I think Dave Filoni is just crushing it. I'm so proud of him. I'm proud to have something Star Wars that is worthy of the Star Wars kind of world. I didn't hate the sequel trilogy. I didn't love the prequel trilogy at first. It took me a while to kind of come around on the prequel trilogy, but I have come around on the prequel trilogy. While I stand by I stick to my guns. I'm not crazy about Attack of the Clones. I think that's what it's called. I always get it mixed up, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Just because of how the delivery from the actors came across, and I 100% believe that there were numerous takes done, and those takes were chosen. That's what he wanted. He wanted it to look like that. He wanted the deliveries to come across like that. So I think that's a directing and an editing choice. I don't think that's something to criticize the actors over. I know Hayden Christensen's taken a lot of flack over the years for his delivery of a lot of those lines and stuff like that in episode 2. I think it was that way still in Revenge of the Sith to a certain extent, but not nearly as egregious as it was in episode 2. And I liked episode 3 miles better than episode 2. But I think there's things to love about all three. Absolutely, 100%. The sequel trilogy. Oh God. I wasn't crazy about the first movie. I liked that they introduced these characters. And I liked Rey. I liked Finn. I liked Poe. I'm gonna put this on fucking auto. I liked all those characters. That wasn't my my issue with it. It was that, like, just the first movie, The Force Awakens, just felt too much like, hey, remember this about Star Wars? Hey, remember this about Star Wars? Hey, this is gonna feel a lot like OG Star Wars. And it was like, yeah, I don't want to watch a movie again that I've already seen. I've already seen this movie, and you're basically just showing me this movie again. And while I loved that movie the first time, I don't think it's anywhere near as impactful the second time. There are some good lines in it, and I thought the character introduction was really good and all that. Episode 2, I thought he made some really cool choices. I thought Rian Johnson made some really cool choices. I also think he made some really god-awful choices. I thought he made a lot of great choices as far as Kylo and Rey. Thought he made terrible choices as far as Luke and as far as the other side characters. I thought he did Finn really dirty. Thought he did Luke really dirty. Thought he did Poe pretty dirty. I really liked what he was doing with Rey and Kylo, with their connection, with stuff like that. I thought that was really clever. I enjoyed it. I thought there was a lot of really great potential there that he had set up between Rey and Kylo that I think was really essential. But overall, I thought one of the most interesting things about The Force Awakens was Finn being a stormtrooper, breaking away from the Empire, and kind of going a different direction. And I thought that was really cool concept. And I really wanted to see more on that. And it just never ended up going anywhere. It just seemed like kind of like a love story that never kind of like they originally had wanted Rey and Finn to get together and have this romance, and they never went that way, and so Finn's story never really got to go anywhere. I thought Finn's relationship with Rose Tico was really weird and uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was good. So there's that. And then I thought bringing Papa Palpatine back as the big bad again was like really stupid and lazy, and I get that J.J. Abrams was pushed into that. I understand that. I'm not trying to say J.J. Abrams is dog shit. But I really love J.J. Abrams, and I like his stuff, and I don't think it had his name on it, but like I don't think that was J.J. Abrams' stuff. And I really would have liked to have seen J.J. Abrams' stuff with a Star Wars, label on it. I think he could have done something really cool. I think it had a lot of great potential that it just didn't live up to. And I think a lot of that is Kathleen Kennedy and like people at Disney, getting in the way and not allowing creative people to be creative. I don't know what else I could say about it than that. I think there is a lot of potential. I think there's still a lot of potential with Star Wars. And I'm excited about Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau having a lot to do with it. I think Jon Favreau, like, I think he is the reason why Marvel was so successful. He set up Iron Man. Iron Man was a phenomenal movie. To this day, probably still the best. I don't know. That's a tough one. Avengers: Infinity War is a really good movie. Captain America, the first Avenger, I think is a really good movie. Really, really good storytelling. Really, really good character development. It's just really good film. And I think Jon Favreau started that whole ball rolling with Iron Man. And I don't think Iron Man would have been half the movie it was if it weren't for Favreau. And I think Mandalorian started out fantastic. It's not like where I would like it to be, but I like Bo-Katan. I like Katie Sackhoff. I enjoyed it. I didn't mind Lizzo and Jack Black. That shit didn't bother me. I know it bothered a lot of people. Didn't bother me. I enjoyed that episode. Christopher Lloyd got the shaft. I think he could have had a cooler, performance. He was kind of like a really lame, misdirect bad guy, kind of like a deal. But I that's the worst I have to say about it. I like it. I don't think this season is anywhere near as good as the first season or even the second season, but I still like it. I still enjoy it. It's still good Star Wars to me. Now, Book of Boba Fett was a big disappointment. There were a lot of things that I really liked about it, but there were a lot of things that I absolutely hated about it. I think Andor was such a big shock. I remember them rolling out, "Hey guys, these are all the shows that we're going to be coming out with," and thinking, who fucking asked for Andor? I don't give a shit about Andor. I am so not excited about that show at all. I'm excited about Obi-Wan, and I'm excited about this, and I'm excited about that. And honestly, Andor was the best show. It was the best writing. It was the best everything so far. As far as, Star Wars shows. I absolutely loved it. The writing was fantastic. The acting was excellent. The character development, the not kind of knowing where they were going with it, the way they portrayed the real lives of a lot of the Empire, not employees, but kinda. I don't know what else to call them, really. It was just such a pleasant surprise that and because I was so blindsided by it, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. It was it had a much bigger impact on me because I wasn't expecting it to be so good, because it was so good. So yeah, Obi-Wan was a big letdown. That's probably my least favorite, next to the Book of Boba Fett. I didn't really like Book of Boba Fett, and I'm not crazy about Obi-Wan. And then comes Ahsoka, and I was a big fan of Rebels. It didn't bother me that it was animated. In fact, I liked that it was animated. God, I'm having a hard time chewing through these. So I'm digging a lot of the callbacks and the characters and stuff like that from Rebels. I like Ezra. I like Sabine. I like Hera. I love Thrawn. Thrawn's such a cool character, dude. Lars Mikkelsen's doing a great job. He did a great job in this episode. I really like the guy who walked out as Ezra and was like, "Hey, I'm Ezra." I really, really, really liked it. Criticisms, absolutely. I absolutely have criticisms. I thought it was really weird that they send Sabine off to go find Ezra. Don't just leave them there, like all right, well, see ya. We're going back to our galaxy. You guys can live here on this galaxy. Like, why would you not do that? That seems like a no fucking brainer. Just leave their asses behind. And then there's a YouTuber that I like. He normally does Game of Thrones stuff, but he's he's got a buddy who's a big Star Wars fan, and so they review Star Wars and stuff like that. And he made a couple of really good points. One is that, like, you go to a galaxy far, far away, and it's a new galaxy you've never been to before. I'm gonna lose. This is it. And it looks just like Colorado, I think he said. Oh, we lost. All right. I guess we can go for the full clear and just see if we can even get the full clear after dropping that battle. I do want to try and fight that Malicos. This guy crushed me on GP. He had over 1 million more GP than me. This guy was just, he was set up for success. I was set up to fail. The matchmaking is my least favorite part of every game that I play. I play League of Legends. The matchmaking system is just absolute dog shit. And you lose or win in the matchmaking every game. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And this game is no different. I get we're all Kyber 2, I guess, but like, some people probably have no business being in Kyber 2. I don't know, maybe they skipped a GAC and dropped several placements down, however you want to refer to it. But it's not fair. The system isn't fair. They could have put way more effort into making sure that when you play a match against somebody, you're playing a match against somebody who's of similar play quality, similar roster size, like all that kind of like a deal. And they don't. I feel like it's all like where you fall in Kyber 2 or 1 or whatever, where your points kind of are. And I think that's a terrible way to do it, because like I said, you've got people. Ooh, all right. We should just back out. We're not going to win. Who do we need to take against this slut? Let's take SEE in there. Because, like I said, if somebody takes like a friggin' a GAC tournament off, they drop in rank significantly. And then it's easy for them to climb right back up where they were, stepping on lesser people as they climb up, who they've got no business battling against. It's not fair. It's not a fair system. I should pick something with health, right? Do we have something with health and defense? No. So yeah, I just think you know, if somebody takes like weeks off, there should be a better way to balancing out like who they're playing against. Surely there's people in high Kyber 2 with the same GP as that guy who can fill up a tournament roster. Oh, I'm so bad at that. I constantly use the wrong first ability on armor and don't give the Beskar armor. I do the armor shred. It's such a misplay on my part. So yeah, I get really frustrated with the matchmaking process. I get that I'm kind of punching up. Like a lot of times I get paired up against people with higher GP than me and I win. And yeah, absolutely. I think there's people with higher GP that should be playing against people with lower GP because their play quality is not as good as their roster gives them the opportunity to be. And that's fine. I have no problem with people with lower GP or higher GP playing against each other if it warrants it. If you lose a lot against people with lower GP and whatnot. But what I just cannot subscribe to is some of the people I play against whose play quality is absolutely not lesser than their GP. They are playing to their GP perfectly fine. They're sandbagging. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't agree with sandbagging. My guild does it in Territory Wars. I don't think since I've joined this guild, I've never been in a territory war where we've had full participation. I think the most we've ever had is 45 out of 50. Most of the time we sit around 41, 42 out of 50, maybe 43 out of 50. And I think a lot of our TW success is in the matchmaking. Now that's not to say that like our guild isn't good and we don't deserve a lot of the wins we get. I'm not saying that at all, because our guild is really good for who we are and who we have and who we play against. I feel like we definitely, absolutely 100% punch up. We do a really great job against most of who we play against. We don't get paired up against terrible guilds like very often, but I feel like we do catch a lot of layups because we do it that way. And I think it's a flawed system, and I think we take advantage of that flawed system. And I would expect nothing less. I think if there's a flawed system, you should probably take advantage of it. Like, you should use the tools at your advantage. If the system is flawed and you're able to exploit it, I think you're stupid not to. But that being said, yeah, I wish we had more participation. I wish we got a chance to really show some stronger guilds that we are capable of beating guilds of their caliber. Yeah. So I think this particular battle right now against this guy is probably not who I should be paired up against if the matchmaking were perfectly fair.
I have a bad feeling about this. Anakin. I have a bad feeling about democracy. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Hello there. I have the high ground. Hello there. Oh, this is going to be easy.
Systems are our speciality. The Force is what gives the Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us, penetrates us, it binds the galaxy together.
Where are you going, Master? For a drink?
God damn, dude.
The tree, the text, the Jedi, and then I burn it down.
The resistance is dead. The war is over. And when I kill you, I will have killed the last Jedi.
Every word that you just said was wrong. And then I burned it down.
The sacred Jedi text.
I will not be the last Jedi. And then I burned it down. I will not be the last Jedi.
Master Skywalker. Jedi's
Oh, I already used gas. Now I have nobody to go up against SEE. It doesn't matter. We already lost, but let's see if we can get to the back row and just see what he's got back there. I don't even know who to put up against this with Nest.
go away.
Why don't we go CLS and just see.
The sacred Jedi text.
I will not be the last Jedi. And then I burned it down. I will not be the last Jedi.
Lesson 1.
Close your eyes.
Lesson 1.
Breathe.
Lesson 1.
Close your eyes.
That's not how the Force works. Lesson 1.
Close your eyes.
Lesson 1.
Reach out.
Lesson 1.
Close your eyes.
That's not how the Force works. over. And when I
Come on,
kill
take a
you,
turn, buddy.
I will have killed the last Jedi.
Nice.
Every word of what you just said was wrong. Lesson one, close your eyes. Lesson one, breathe. Lesson one, close your eyes.
That's not how the Force works.
Lesson one, close your eyes. Lesson one, reach down. I will not be the last Jedi. See you around, kid.
Nice. Hey, maybe we'll be able to do this.
Who are you?
Right.
Where are you from?
Nowhere.
No what? No what? No what's from nowhere? No what? No what? No what's from...
Jakku.
All right, that is pretty much nowhere. Let's get started.
Yeah, that was unfortunate timing. I don't know who to put up against this. I guess Afra.
Who are you?
Rey Skywalker.
I will teach you the ways of the Jedi. Who are you?
Rey Skywalker.
I will teach you the ways of the Jedi.
Let's see if Wampa can do this. Probably need to go up a relic or two on Wampa if I want him to continue to be able to participate in these 1v5s.
Who are you? Rey Skywalker.
Alright, let's see. It's a tough one. A lot of times it comes down to the wire. And it's possible my Wampa, with my relic levels and damage output, he may not be strong enough to take this one down on his own. She's only relic level 5. Like, it seems really egregious that she would be able to sustain this. And look at these hits. I mean, he's given some good hits, man. Like,
It surrounds me. Just so. It connects me.
Force is with me. It connects us.
Yes.
just got to break through that armor, man. That protection. Health. That Datacron has straight up health on it. Oh, there it is. It's starting to slip. Come on, buddy. You can do it.
I'm Cal Kestis.
I think we're into her health now.
I might be one
Come
of
on,
the
buddy.
last
You're so close. You can do it. I believe in you.
betrayed by those
Come on, Womps. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Come on, baby.
bound by the Empire.
Oh, there it is. Oh, my God. We did it. Yeah, I don't think we have anything that can kill Malgus. If I had saved gas and used SE first, we might have been able to do it. But the game was already over, and I really wanted to see if gas would be able to work against that Malgus, or that unaligned force user squad with Malicos and Seer. Yeah, nothing else is gonna work. We don't have anything else that's gonna work here. Trey is not gonna do it. She's the only other thing we can really try, though, that may even have remotely a chance.
Our troops have been injected with... Oh, yes. Are you quite finished?
Long live the Empire.
I'm not sure she's ever going to be able to get to her cooldowns. Because you really need Nihilus to get to the point where they can annihilate, but I'm not sure we'll ever get our cooldowns to that point.
Long live the Empire. Long live the Empire. Long live the Empire.
Nothing can stop the Empire.
Are you quite finished? I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. I would like to see the baby. This is the way. I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. I would like to see the baby. This is the way. I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. I would like to see the baby. Thank you. Spit that out.
Yeah.
She's got the high ground. Thank you. Spit that out. I told you that was a bad idea. I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. This is the way. I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. I would like to see the baby. Thank you. Spit that out.
I think the cooldown reduction is lame.
She's got the high ground. Thank you. Spit that out. I told you that was a bad idea.
Oh well.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
I think that's all we got. Chalk it up. Big fat L. I could go at these other squads and take them down and finish off that one, but we're going to be stuck on Malgus, and it's just a waste of time. I'm not going to do it. But, you know, that's how it is. You can't win them all. Hopefully this guy goes on to win the whole thing, and I can win my next 2 matches in a row. We'll see how it goes. But, oh well. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.